Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order. Thank you all so much for being here. I have some stuff I've got to read. We are being joined by, I'm not sure what the camera is, but we're being joined by several folks, hopefully, via the internet. Stuff I typically read: the governor has declared a state of emergency to exist in California as a result of the threat of COVID-19. The governor also issued Executive Order N3320, which directs Californians to follow public health directives, including canceling large gatherings. The Executive Order also allows local legislative bodies to hold meetings via conference calls while still meeting state transparency requirements. The public health and well-being are the top priority of the City of Yuba City, and you are urged to take all appropriate health safety precautions. This meeting is utilizing the Zoom application of this live broadcast. For this meeting, we will be using the questions and answers functionality of this tool in order to accommodate public comment. On your device, the questions and answers section of the app is located at the bottom of your Zoom screen. For those that would like to comment during the meeting, please enter your comment into the questions and answers portion of the app and be sure to state that and you will should be commenting on. Now that's out of the way. May I have roll call, please?
Mayor Harris?
I'm here.
Vice Mayor Burkhart?
Here.
Councilmember Carlosa?
Here.
Councilmember Espinola? Here. And Councilmember Shaw?
Here. All right, we're going to have a invocation by Pastor Bob Deschetti, wherever Bob is. Right there. Good to see you, Bob. And we're going to follow that up by posting the colors by the privilege to have the joint color guard by our police department and fire department. All please stand, please.
Father, I thank you because of your faithfulness. I thank you because this community continues, no matter what goes on, to reach out to one another. I thank you for those that you've lifted up and set in office. I thank you for those that continually strive over and over again to make this a better place to live. Lord, I ask now that you would bless every single person on the council, that you would bless them with your wisdom, your knowledge, and that, God, you would give them insight into things that there's no way humanly we can know, but they would be the exact path that we need for our community. To this end we pray. Amen.
Honor guard, post the colors.
Let face off.
Chief Alexander.
Salute. Pledge. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, please be seated. Thank you. All right, so we'll move on to some formalities here. Mr. City Attorney, do we have anything to report from the closed session?
There were no reportable action taken in closed session, Mr. Mayor.
No reportable action. Thank you very much. Good to see you in person today.
Glad to be here.
At your table. We'll move on tonight to if there's any agenda modifications. I'm assuming none at this point. And we'll move on to public communications. It's item number 1. Appearance of interested citizens. Due to COVID-19, residents are encouraged to attend the City Council meeting via web conference or submit comments by email. Consistent with public health guidelines for social distancing, limited seating is available. If an attendee does not have a facial covering while being provided, comments may be made from the podium at the front of the room, which actually is today is behind me. Please participate via web conference or email if you are ill or have been exposed to COVID-19. Do we have any public comment by chance? And then do we have anything online?
No.
All right, so here we go. Item number 2 is comments from outgoing Mayor Sean Harris, and that would be me. And so I'm trying to make this as brief as possible. Tonight is not about me, but I tell you what, it's prevailed maybe 60 seconds to 2 minutes it might be. I really want to say tonight we're all here for something special, something very special that we do every year, especially every 2 years in Yuba City. It marks a special occasion. It marks something that makes us all proud to be in America, because this transition, this process, while some aspects may be difficult, others are things to be proud about. And we're here to do that tonight. I would like to thank everybody for coming. Hopefully even more people are watching this moment for our city via the internet and adapting to the COVID, this unprecedented pandemic, global pandemic that we're all dealing with. I tell you, it's really interesting how in some ways it's good, some ways it's bad, but I tell you what, Zoom is your friend now, isn't it? A year ago we never heard about that thing, but now I think it's probably here to stay. I should have stopped a long time ago. Yeah? It's been an honor, since we're here right now, for me to, for the last year as your mayor, actually 2 years as your mayor. Growing up here in Yuba City, right here, first right outside here, never thought in a million years I'd end up being mayor of our hometown. And it's something that's very unique. It's a privilege, it's an honor, and I thank you all for that opportunity. I definitely want to thank my family. This role, not only as mayor, but on the council, takes a lot of time. And I have 2 very good friends, one on my right, one on my left, who will both tell you that I probably underestimated the time it takes to be in this role, but it's definitely worth it. It is so worth it. It's a privilege, and we're happy to be a part of that. I want to thank my good friend Rory. I'll leave it at that. I also want to thank Jim Nielsen, James Gallagher, who have many phone calls, through their support, their guidance, their support, have helped us get back through this, and I really appreciate them. We people who have called me, supported me through, and not just our council, but me specifically, who made that call, and many of them even financially. I really, really humbly appreciate that. Thank you so much. I plan on doing 4 more years of good work for you. To our Yuba City community, thank you so much for everything. Folks are so supportive and so grateful, but they're very involved, and I really appreciate our community. That's one reason why we're here. Fellow members of the City Council, all 4 of you, thank you so much for everything you've done the last 2 years. I really appreciate that, and I will get to our city staff, which deserves special recognition, in my opinion. Our work is not done. Our learning is not done. We always learn. We always step up with a humble attitude to learn every step of the way. And you really have to take, in my opinion, take that mindset, because it's a constant learning thing. And, you know, along the way, I've been exposed to and learned Many things I simply could not understand as a candidate. And now that I've been here for 4 years and 4 more, I will take that knowledge and move forward. And one thing has always remains true, is that the reason we're here is because of people. Even my previous career as Commander of Highway Patrol, it is about people. We in the city, we don't have widgets that we produce out the back door of City Hall every day. We produce a service, we produce a quality of life, we produce something that's probably intangible. And the engine behind that, there's people. That's our city staff, that's our community. The city staff steps up time and again to do the right thing for the right reasons. And I respect the heck out of every single person who works for this city and to make things a better place for all of us. It makes such a big difference, and it really motivates us. In fact, the hope, I'm skipping ahead a little bit here, but the hope that I have for us to get through COVID-19 and any other challenge is rooted in the fact of the dedication, the resilience of our city employees and our city. And I really find peace in that and confidence in that. And as your mayor, as a member of your council, and as a resident who lives here, I really, really appreciate that. So thank you so much. Let's see here. I also want to recognize that, we have the day-to-day operations, but there are so many times that our city staff steps up behind the counter, whether it's Parks and Rec, whether it's water bill, you name it. Our police department, while we sleep, fire department, while the rest of us sleep, they're making sure we're safe. And those moments in time, those extra special things that they do, they're doing right now, make the difference. And it's very important to recognize that and to understand that. And they don't necessarily seek out recognition for it. We try to do the best we can to give them recognition, but we can't capture every moment. And I want to take this moment right now to what those unsung heroes that are out there working all the time. And they're dedicated to our cause. We really appreciate it, and I thank you very much. We've gone through devastating wildfires, heat waves, power outage, of course this pandemic, including the budget challenges, the uncertainty it created in response. We as a council have stepped up and made, of course, things worked out a lot better than we had planned, but we will adapt to that as well. Regardless of that, it jeopardized core city services, and I think we've developed a good plan, and we will continue to do that in response to it. We've held steady and true, and we will no doubt get through all of this together. It also goes for the mental health, not just the physical health for COVID-19, if you will, but the mental health of our residents and the business owners who have gone back and forth these regulations out of Sacramento that we're dealing with. Those folks deserve some recognition. I really appreciate our small businesses, all of our businesses for doing that. Our first responders, my God, I can go on and on about that. Every day they're stepping up for our benefit. Our healthcare workers, teachers, the list goes on and on. Thank you so much. I'm proud to be able to live next to each and every one of you. Thank you very much. And as we enter 2021, we will manage these challenges together and continue the important work of maintaining public safety. It's been a priority of ours. I'm sure it will continue to be. It's a core aspect of the city government. Of course, our homeless crisis and the budget, always managing that budget. There's never enough money to go around, it seems like, and so that's where we come up and we have to make the tough decisions of prioritizing where things go. And I'm proud to sit next to each and every one of these individuals up here who we've worked so much together. And we've also proven as a council that we were not going to shy away from any challenge. A tough call comes up, we have stepped up time and time again. I'll toot our own horn right now if you guys don't mind. But we have proven that. We've had more supporting of our city attorney, more special meetings calls in the name of timeliness. We don't wait for another 2 weeks to get something done. We're going to be out here and we will do burn the midnight oil if necessary. And I'm proud of that. And I want to thank each and every one of you for the hard work you put in, and I'm sure we'll continue to do so. Your voices are heard in Sacramento because of many of the boards and commissions that we're on, the relationships we have with other legislators, also as far away as Washington, D.C., because our city participates in the annual Cap to Cap conference. The relationships we have built there will continue to build and grow, will return many, many dividends many times over for the benefit of our community. We have bold new approaches in store to solve current and still unforeseen challenges. I look forward to that. I appreciate the opportunity to serve another 4 years. It has been my honor to serve as your mayor, to serve as the steward of this center chair, which I'm happy to participate on rotation. It's part of the system. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Congratulations to our newest face on the council, right there. I think everyone's got a mask on. You're supposed to cover your nose. Just kidding. So congratulations on the successful effort to assume this privileged position up here today. And thank you also, and congratulations to Lisa and Jack. You guys hold on tight. It's going to be interesting. I also would definitely be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Mr. Carlosa down here at the end, all bright and shiny. I don't know if that thing plugs in or not, but you know, Manny held true. His spirit, his love for Yuba City, his love for Kathy, his fiance, never in question. It's been a privilege to serve with you, sir, and I'm sure we'll see you again many times over.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Also, congratulations to our new mayor, whoever that may be. Looking forward to working with all of you. We're going to have, there's a place in the agenda later on, if folks, anybody has an agenda where I'm supposed to come up as a new council member. I'm not going to, I've already said what I've got to say. So just so you know that, but it's been an honor and a privilege. I thank our community, I thank all of the council members, city staff, everybody here. It's been wonderful, and I'm happy to be able to serve another 4 years. And Mr. Mayor, I hope you enjoy the parking spot. It's a pretty good spot. So thank you so much, very much. I appreciate it. It's odd right now to be running a meeting where it calls for a presentation to me. So we do that now, right? Also, we have a thing where we only have 2 microphones because of COVID. If anybody decides, whoever's sitting here speaks, we go up here to the podium, just for protocol purposes. What, I look there?
We good? And I got you choked up already? I haven't said anything. Well, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, now Mayor Harris sort of hoodwinked me. I had brown hair, I could see, and I had more hair. And he said, hey man, you need to join me on the city council. So here I am tonight with the great honor on behalf of the council of providing with some proclamations and some recognition. I don't know for a fact, but my guess is that Sean is probably the first sequential 2-term mayor. And he did that in unprecedented times and represented us as a city council and represented the city of Yuba City remarkably well, from national news to Sacramento to wherever he was needed to do that. So without further ado, I get to read all this stuff, and thankfully I remembered my glasses. So it's my privilege to read this as well. So Sean Harris, Mayor 2019-2020, whereas after being elected to the City Council in 2016 and serving honorably as a council member for 2 years, Sean Harris further dedicated himself to the community by serving back-to-back terms as mayor of the city of Yuba City in 2019-2020. Mayor Sean Harris' continued commitment to public service. It is right and appropriate that his personal contributions be recognized, including his serving on the Beale Air Force Base Military Liaison, representing the city of Yuba City on the Sacramento Area Council of Governments, at a time when we were so fortunate to be able to dedicate the 5th Street Bridge, a huge project that predates many of us, but Sean was there to see the final product, and it's a great benefit to the community. Served as the Yuba City Board Screening Committee, served as our representative on the Greater Sacramento Economic Council, served as our representative on the Sutter Butte Flood Control Agency and the Yuba Sutter Regional Arts Council. As the presiding member of the council, his accomplishments include, but are not limited to, public safety, fiscal stability, organizational structure, being open for business and business friendly, enhance our partnerships, enhance the quality of life for our citizens and guests, improve infrastructure and maintain infrastructure, and deal with the ever important issue of homelessness and vagrancy. His accomplishments during the 2019-2020 include, but are not limited to, an ongoing commitment to maintaining a system of transparency. I think as an elected representative, not a politician, Sean embodies transparent government. And I think that is one thing that is truly valuable in these times, is being as open and honest with those that we serve as possible. Definitely engaged with our public and collaboration. He's an excellent ambassador to our regional partnerships and local government. Great ambassador for the city of Yuba City. Forming ad hoc committees to address issues of homelessness, the budget, Oaksford Master Plan, and the sphere of influence expansion and annexation. These are key things for our city to continue to grow and hopefully prosper. Hosting community workshops on topics of CalPERS and its unfunded liability, water and wastewater issues, transportation issues, and development impact fees. Whereas the city was awarded the Caltrans Sustainable Transportation Planning Sustainable Communities Grant, that's a mouthful, Sean, to extend the city's pedestrian and bicycle path through abandoned railroad corridor between Harder Parkway and Plymouth Street. I know this is a project that's near and dear to you, and we hope to continue to see its completion. As I mentioned previously, completion of the 5th Street Bridge, significant strides in the Bridge Street corridor improvements, of which I believe we recently received another grant to help with that project. The GFOA Distinguished Budget Presentation Award and the Operating Budget Excellence Award from the California Society of Municipal Finance Officers. And redesignation as a tree city for the USA community. 2020 has been an especially challenging year for our community and our nation. Sean Harris has provided steady leadership and compassion for community members, businesses, and staff that have been impacted by COVID-19. His proactive communication and dedication to educating the community about the pandemic during this time of uncertainty has been critical to the health and safety of our residents. Now therefore be resolved that we, City Council of the City of Yuba City, do hereby extend our appreciation and commend Sean Harris for his dedication, outstanding performance as a council member, and back-to-back mayor of the City of Yuba City. We hereby urge all residents to join us in recognizing Sean for his contributions and ongoing dedication to our community. Mayor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There's more.
I have another, what do we call it? It's a certificate of recognition. And this is from Senator Jim Nielsen and our Assemblyman James Gallagher. Mayor Sean Harris, we want to extend our thanks and commend you for your service as mayor of Yuba City for the back-to-back terms 2019 and 2020. As mayor, you have provided leadership and guidance, not just to Yuba City, but also on the regional and state level through your service on committees and agencies dedicated to the military, health, and safety, economic development, and the arts. Your efforts have included addressing the homelessness issue, promoting economic development, and supporting projects that improve the overall quality of life for city residents. Particularly in 2020, you have provided steady leadership and compassion during the COVID-19 crisis, which has presented particularly difficult challenges for Yuba City, the state, and the nation. You've taken a proactive approach to addressing the crisis and providing the support needed from our elected officials for residents, businesses, and city staff impacted by COVID-19. Again, thank you, and we look forward to continuing to work with you as a council member on the City of Yuba City Council. Sincerely, Senator Jim Nielsen and Assemblyman James Gallagher. Oh, okay. Can I take my glasses off?
Wow, it's you.
Okay, thanks. All right.
Oh, you know what? You were blocking. You were covering up the certificate.
Oh,
Yeah. Just do one more. There you go.
sorry.
Finally, on behalf of the City of Yuba City, we have a small token of our appreciation for your years of service and in advance for your future years of service to the City of Yuba City. Mayor Harris.
Thank you. I need a box.
Hold a second. I have a mallet I'm going to give you to. So as is tradition for the City of Yuba City, outgoing mayors are provided with a gavel signifying their time on the council. This is for Sean Harris, City of Yuba City Mayor for 2018 and 2020. Again, thank you for your service. The shoes that you left are hard to fill. I'll do my best if that's what happens. If it's somebody else, I hope they can do it as well. But you did a great job and quite admirable, in my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you all. Thank you very much. At this time, we have presentations to Councilmember Manny Carlosa. All right. And that's me. All right. Oh, that's right. Does it matter what order? No, it doesn't. I'm the mayor, I can decide that. What was that?
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. Speaking of 5 more minutes, you really want to keep talking? No, that's all good. It's all good. Okay, Manny Cardozo was elected to the City Council in 2016 and has served our community with enthusiasm and heart the past 4 years. No one can deny that, that's for sure. Therefore, it is right and appropriate that his personal contributions be recognized, including his serving on the following regional committees: the Bi-County Homeless Authority, Feather River Air Quality Management District, Regional Housing Authority, the Yuba City Economic Development Corporation, and the Yuba City Transit Authority, and I'm sure many more. Manny's dedication to addressing homelessness in our community by serving on the Bi-County Homeless Authority, the Joint Homeless Ad Hoc Committee with Sutter County has made a positive impact on the quality of life in many of our community. As the presiding member of the council and City of Yuba City, accomplishments include but are not limited to an ongoing commitment to maintaining a system of transparency, public engagement, and cooperation, forming ad hoc committees to address the issues of homelessness, budget, Oak Stewart Master Plan and Sphere of Influence, water and wastewater transportation, development and impact fees, installing pickleball courts at San Brandon Park, partnering with the Yuba City Arts Council to sponsor the painting of utility boxes throughout the city, the Feather River Parkway improvements and completion of the Fifth Street Bridge, and Manny is the first to volunteer during times of crisis, including the large-scale evacuation related to Oroville Dam spillway incident, many major fire events, and other local emergencies that have impacted local residents and city staff. He's always there. Always. Even in the face of a global pandemic, COVID-19, Manny Carlosa has managed to engage and connect with the community in a way that only Manny can. I think we can all agree to that. His positivity and dedication to the community has shone brightly during this time of uncertainty. Manny is also eager to celebrate the continued success and growth of our vibrant community, just to name a few things. Countless ribbon cuttings and recognizing the anniversaries and successes of our local businesses. As an ambassador for the Chamber of Commerce, he's always there for that. The Polar Bear Plunge, the 4th of July Children's Parade, the Christmas Stroll, and Waffle Wednesday at the Senior Center. Big fan of that. Loves the waffles, don't you? You're serving? Are you cooking them too? You do cook them. I bet you do. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the entire City Council of the City of Yuba City, do hereby recognize Manny Carlosa for his commitment to the City of Yuba City as a council member. We hereby urge all residents to join us in recognizing Manny for his countless contributions to our community and wish him the very best in the future. Thank you, Manny. Oh wait, there's more. We also have a certificate from Assemblyman Gallagher and Senator Nielsen. Let me see here. Councilmember Carlosa, we want to extend our thanks and commend you for your service to the residents of Yuba City as a council member on the Yuba City City Council for 4 years. As a council member, you have been an integral member of the community, actively participating in committees and events that contribute to the quality of life of the city, participating in multiple projects that improve services for residents and contributing to the future growth and prosperity of the region, all while celebrating the community spirit that is a hallmark of Yuba City. Your spirit of volunteerism and enthusiasm for the community is very much appreciated. We also want to thank you for your commitment to Yuba City and the Yuba City region during times of crisis and your tenure on the Yuba City City Council, including the large-scale evacuation of the North State as a result of the Oroville Dam spillway incident, during several major wildfires and other local emergencies. Again, thank you, and we wish you all the best in the future. Sincerely and respectfully, Senator Jim Nielsen and Assemblyman James Gallagher. But wait, there's more.
I know.
Speaking of Waffle Wednesday,
That's a waffle maker, you're in trouble.
it is a waffle maker, and it's upside down.
Ooh, a great waffle maker.
What better way to commemorate Manny's dedication and embody his spirit of volunteerism and support and enthusiasm for our community, to give him his own personally engraved, and I think it even works, the cord's still attached, waffle maker. So Manny, on behalf of the City Council, thank you. All right. Would you like to say anything? Excellent. This microphone is live for you. And these flowers here are for your lovely fiance. Would you like me to take that for you?
All righty. Well, first of all, I'm usually a man of few words, but tonight I'm going to stretch it out just a little bit. First, I was elected back in 2016. It's been a wonderful 4 years. I've met a lot of people from all over the state and country. I enjoyed everything that I've done the last 4 years. It's been a great run. People, everything and everybody I've met. I'd like to start thanking people now. First of all, I want to thank the city staff. Department heads, first line, mid-manager, fire, PD, rec department, the ladies for Waffle Wednesday, animal control, everybody that there is. Without them, this city wouldn't be as great as it is. They make us look good up here, and I'm very appreciative for all the employees and everybody that works for the city. I'd like to thank the Sapphire Group for helping me with my campaign. I'd like to congratulate Wade for the winning of it, the campaign this year. I'd like to thank the council that I've worked with the last 2 years. We've had quite a bit of fun. Can't say we haven't. And last but not, if I've forgotten anybody, I want to make apologies right now. But the very last one I really want to thank is my beautiful fiance. There's no more 5 outings in one night. Yeah, 5 outings one night. Be ready, Wade. You leave at 8 in the morning, don't get home till 10. Anyway, I want to thank her for this wonderful ride, and hopefully it's not goodbye. It's I will see you folks soon. Thank you very much, and I appreciate everything.
Thank you very much, Manny. All right, we'll move on now to item number 4, certification of the election results by Sierra.
Can you hear me? So good evening, Mayor and City Council. As you know, my name is Sierra Wakefield, and I am the City Clerk Administrator for the City of Yuba City. I am honored this evening to present the certified election results for the 2020 general municipal election. California Election Code, Section 10262B, requires that the City Council declare elected the persons for whom the highest numbers of votes were cast for each office. So at this time, I'd like to share the certified results of the election. For City Council, with 31.36% of the vote, we have Wade Kirchner. With 30.31% of the vote, we have Sean Harris. For City Clerk, with 100% of the vote, we have Jackie Silman. And for City Treasurer, with 100% of the vote, we have Spencer Morrison. Based on this information, the recommendation is that you adopt a resolution accepting the official certified results of the November 3rd, 2020 general municipal election. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Do we have any comment from the public? No comment. How about from the room? All right, we can go for an action if anybody's interested.
To the Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to adopt resolutions for certifying the results of November 3rd, 2020 general municipal election.
All right, we have a motion to approve from Councilmember Carlosa, second by Councilmember Shaw. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? None. We are unanimously passed. Congratulations, everybody. Let's see. Yeah, sorry.
That's right.
At this point, we'll move on to number 5, administering the oaths of office. We're going to have everybody come up on one at a time. So Councilmember-elect Wade Kirchner. And the oath will be given by his father, Leroy.
I, Wade Kirshner,
I, Wade Kirshner,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation
or
or
purpose of evasion,
purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties that I'm upon. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Kevin. All right, moving on to the city clerk-elect, Jackie Sullivan. Her oath will be given by her sister, Mary Langsdorff. Welcome, ladies.
I'm very rarely serious, so I'm really shocked she asked me to do this. She might be in trouble. I'm nervous, I don't know what's on there. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Jackie Sullivan,
I, Jackie Sullivan,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support and defend
I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California.
that I take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties which I'm about to enter.
That is tough.
All right, that's it.
Next up, Spencer Morrison being sworn in as our city treasurer. Both be given by Sarah Whitfield. I will once again step out with you.
I, Spencer Morrison,
I, Spencer Morrison,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
All right, we'll move on to item number 6 with comments from council members. I know, what was this called? Councilman Espindola, if you have anything you'd like to say.
It's so nice to breathe. I hope I walk out here with nothing contagious, folks. I'm Grace Espindola, Councilwoman. I just wanted to say a special and sincere thanks to Councilman Carlosa for his work, for his commitment, and for truly taking me on, helping me in the beginning of all of this. And so I am forever thankful for your support and recognizing that the city does not function well without you, and you will be missed in our meetings. So thank you for all of your service. Thank you. And welcome, Councilman Kushner. Who's gonna mess up the last names worse? Is it gonna be Espinosa, or are we gonna go Kish something, right? Welcome to the team. I really think that being part of this council, I have come to learn that we truly do work as a team in the council. And to the outgoing mayor, I would like to say thank you for all your time and commitment. You have done more than was expected, and done a really great job. So I just wanted to say that I think what was really a beautiful theme that we've heard so far, and perhaps we'll hear the same with Councilman Shaw and whoever the mayor will be, and that we are, as a council member, I think I'm only good in the work that I do with the people that I work with. And so I give tremendous acknowledgement to all the city staff, from any member that works with our city. We are only as good as with the work that is done by our city staff. COVID-19 has taught us so many things, and one thing that has taught me is to really understand the changes when they're coming at you rapidly and you don't always understand them. And so sometimes when we're faced in these crises and these moments that are so challenging, this is when our true selves reveal. And when we reveal who we are in our true selves, it's not necessarily what we say, but it's how we act. It's what we do. So I am grateful for having this opportunity. I continue to work hard for our community, but most of all, the people that work for our city are the people that deserve the applause, that deserve the standing ovations, that deserve the acknowledgement. We're the representatives, and sometimes we do good work, and sometimes we do really bad work. But we all take it, and we do what we have, and we do it best. So thank you, everyone.
Now's your time to shine, man, if you have anything you'd like to say.
Sure.
Come on down. So you're in trouble now. I think that the real cherry on the top was having my dad this evening do me the honor of swearing in my 87-year-old dad, who's a Vietnam vet, and brought us to Yuba City. I was born out of Beale Air Force Base, and just the privilege of having the opportunity to serve on a city council for the city that I love. And so, thank you, Dad. that meant everything. It sounds like I've got some big shoes to fill, and hopefully I can do that in regards to Manny. I would like to take just a moment and recognize that we do have people on the other side of the planet right now that are watching this, our kids from AFS, from Austria, Germany, France. So this is kind of a worldwide event, at least it is for my family. So thank you for staying up late or getting up early and watching this. Also, I'd like to recognize the people who got me here. I'll try to keep this list short and in no particular order, but I would like to thank Jeannie and John Dukes, the Resser family, the Buckland family, Stan Cleveland, Charn, Suk Sidhu, Crystal Martin. Where's she at? Is Crystal here? Yeah, Crystal. Thank you. Thank you for loaning Crystal as Matt. Appreciate that. The Bushman family, Roger and Deirdre, Clark and Glennis, my family, Wyatt, Lois, Katie, thank you for all the support. Wyatt, Scott and Mary, thank you as well. My son Jack, who's sitting right there, who actually went door to door with me, which was pretty special. Thank you, Jack. And last but not least, my loving wife, who is my cheerleader. She's my everything, my coach. The days that I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. Yeah, you want to do this. You better do this. Thank you, Lisa. You're everything. I look forward to serving the community that I love so well. I never quite left. I went to Chico once, came back for a reason. I love this town. It's vibrant. There's so much to do. It's so cool to live here with the diversity and everything. So this is a privilege that the voters have given to me, and I am humbly thankful for that. So thank you for your time.
All right, so moving on to number 7, election of our new mayor. Do we have any comments from the public on this item by chance? And nothing online. So I will open up nominations. The time has come for nominations of mayor. Yes, sir.
I'd like to nominate Vice Mayor Bloomgarden for next mayor.
We have a nomination for Vice Mayor Bloomgarden for mayor. And a second by Councilmember Escondido. All those in favor?
Through the mayor?
May I please have a roll call? I'm sorry, did you have something?
Yes, so sorry about that. Does Councilmember Bloomgarden accept the
Oh, forgive me, yes, do you accept that? It's not too late. You do. He does. All right. Can we get a temperature check? Yeah, is his wife approved? We have a conflict there. All right, and thank you for having my back on that. I forgot to ask that. All right, we're going to do a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Shaw?
Yes.
Councilmember Espinola? Yes. Councilmember Kirchner?
Yes.
And Mayor Harris?
An emphatic yes. Congratulations, sir.
Thanks.
Now you get to sit here, and I get to take a break.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Invite fill your shoes and those who come before you. My first item of duty is election of vice mayor. Do we have any comments from the public on this item? We'll check with the city clerk.
No comment.
How about from the audience? Anybody wish to comment? Seeing none, I would like to go ahead and open the nominations for the position of vice mayor.
I move to nominate Vice Mayor Dave Shaw.
Second.
Okay, I have a first and a second. According to our city attorney, I must ask you, potential vice mayor, if you would accept that nomination.
Yes, I would, but because her mask is covering, I can't see. Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, could we have a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Espinola,
Yes.
Councilmember Harris,
Another event, yes.
Councilmember Kirchner,
Yes.
and Mayor Bloomberg.
Yes. We have a new vice mayor. May I introduce Vice Mayor David Shaw? Item 8 indicates comments from the new vice mayor. So, Vice Mayor Shaw, the podium is yours.
Thank you, sir. 3 minutes. We threw that timer out, I think. So, to start off with, first of all, Councilmember Carlosa, thank you for your years of service to this community. I've said it many times on the record, said it a couple of weeks ago. I've never met a council member that has a bigger heart for this city than you. And I just want to say thank you. So, wow. I'm honored and humbled to stand before you tonight as your new vice mayor. This is a great city. Really is a great city. And we've looked and seen different people that talk about they grew up here and they've been here most of their lives. Technically, I've been here most of my life. But Yuba City is real special to me because I didn't inherit it by just being born here. We made a conscious decision to call Yuba City home and contribute to this community. And so Yuba City is really special to us, and I'm very honored and humbled to be here and serve as your vice mayor. It was just 24 months ago that our work began to face the challenges that were facing our city and prepare us to succeed in the years ahead. And I guarantee you that none of us, including Councilmember Carlosa, saw what was facing us today. And for one, I am glad to have served the last 2 years with the team that I have. And I want to right now say thank you to our council, our executive team, and our employee team members of Yuba City. Because if it had not been for them, we wouldn't have made the strides that we did. If it hadn't been for, as you've heard already, the employee team of Yuba City, we would not have the quality of life we hear. So would you just join me real quick in giving a round of applause for our employees? The first order that I need to do tonight is I've got to begin by thanking the one person who's my rock, my soulmate, and my best friend, and that's my wife, Susan. Susan, along with our daughters, have been there every step of the way. You talk about walking way, I put 4 of them out there walking, knocking on doors, and they were great. They've been with me all the way, and we did this as a family so that we could give back to our city. Likewise, I would like to also thank those who have provided wise counsel, and don't need to say names, you guys all know who you are. So, and there's been many along the way to myself, and as I've been a part of this council, as we've had to make decisions that face our city. And one thing I've learned in 2 years, job one is listening. Listen well. So a lot's changed in 2 years. And so I want to take a look back 2 years, kind of bring us where we're at to look forward. 2 years ago, we had this similar ceremony. And I remember it vividly as it took place. And I remember it seemed to be more about individuals. And clearly, our focus needed some focus at that time. Former Mayor Harris stated it very well 2 years ago when he clearly stated that we're here to work together for the good of our city and check the egos at the door. Now, 2 years later, we have worked as a team. We've tried to earn the trust of our residents and our team of employees. We have faced many challenges and have always put the best interest of our residents above all. We have worked extremely hard to include our residents in our process, and likewise, I have watched the resiliency of our community thrive as we have come together to overcome adversity and challenge. Yuba City is truly a special place, not only to myself, but I know every one of us in this room here tonight. I would like to, again, thank the employees of our city for all they do. I have seen the very best of our city has to offer in their actions and how our team members go above and beyond in caring for our residents. I can only offer my most sincere thank you to each of you for all the jobs that you do. So here we are tonight, and here are a few notable items that we can look upon where we're at. We've seen improvements in our roadways. Our goals and priorities now align with our budgetary spending. We have a fundamental change from instead of saying no to something to saying, how do we get to a yes? We have seen a reduction of the development impact fees and development starting to happen here in our city. As Mayor Boomgarden has said many times, we are open for business. We have addressed the budget and worked diligently to bring transparency and make sure we are accountable to the residents of our city. For that and many more reasons, I am glad of the teamwork that has been done the last 2 years. So where do we go from here? We have a lot more work to complete that will affect our city for years to come. We must navigate this issue of COVID-19, while at the same time we have to spur on the economic development engine, continue to be financially transparent and accountable, and protect those who call Yuba City home. I would like to thank my fellow council members, and I would like to ask them to join me in working as a team to accomplish all the tasks ahead. Remember, as it was said 2 years ago, ego gets checked at the door, and we have a job to do. Our jobs are to serve and lead. We must do them well, and we must do them as a team. To our city employee team members, I ask that we continue to build upon the trust that we've worked so hard to build over the past 2 years. While elections come and go, and so do electeds, we must continue to work together on what we know is true and right. To our new mayor, I look forward to your continued leadership and your friendship. I am honored to serve as your vice mayor and look forward to the great things that this council can accomplish together. Lastly, to the residents of Yuba City, thank you for your continued support and trust. As your vice mayor, I will continue to work for you and with this council to get through these trying times and lead Yuba City into our brightest days as they lie ahead. Thank you for making Yuba City home to me and my family. Thank you.
So, I stand before you today as a new mayor, something that certainly I never aspired to, but however, I'm very honored to have the opportunity to follow in the footsteps of some great leaders, which I'll talk about in a bit. But first, I need to acknowledge some folks. First, Bob Fischetti. Thank you, sir, for being here tonight and for all you do for our community. And if you don't know, this is one of the true heroes of our community who takes care of many, many things and doesn't do so with the thought of self-promotion. He just gets things done. And Bob Fischetti, AKA The Fish, 93Q in the morning, is truly a friend and somebody that I truly respect. I also want to thank the Color Guard for being here tonight. It's nice to see the public safety groups get together, and I appreciate them being there as well as the fire department folks, who obviously I had a chance to work with for many, many years. Also want to thank Sierra and Judy for tonight's presentation, bringing it to a different location than the council chambers. Not an easy task, and it's worked out quite well. I appreciate all you do and look forward to keeping me out of trouble for the next year as well. I do need to take a moment to acknowledge somebody that, over the last 2 years and even previously, I have an utmost respect for, and that is Diana Langley. Get a little choked up here, sorry. She's done a great job for the city of Yuba City, and we're looking to get her a little bit of relief here, but she's been a solid rock for the city council through some challenging times, and we can thank city staff, and I will when I go forward here, but I do want to say a special thank you to Diana for all you've done for this council. Before I get into my speech, I also I am thankful I don't have to do the swearing thing because that's a tough thing to remember. So I know Councilwoman Espindola and myself, we stumbled on that thing, and it's just like, dang, thank gosh I don't have to do the swearing thing again. But anyway. Those of you that know me know that I really am not a person of a lot of words. I try to accomplish things by actions rather than talking about them. This speech is not going to be a long-winded thing, but I do need to say a few things, and I will not deviate from that and make this too long. First and foremost, I need to acknowledge my family. My mom can't be here tonight. Because she's COVID phobic, and she lives in the Bay Area, but I know that she's watching via Zoom. And my mom was a single mom and raised my sister and I, she was a teacher. She held down that job and raised two people who have turned out okay. So, Mama, thanks. She started me on a good path. I also need to acknowledge my family is here tonight. I have the twin towers of terror. Michael, glad you guys could make it back from the Midwest. It's good to have you here. My oldest son, Cameron, and his friend, Veronica, for being here as well. And his family, as Dave mentioned earlier, family is there for you when you need them, and mine always is. I'm especially thankful for my wife, Karen, for her support. I know she probably thought she might finally not have to stand by and share me with the city of Yuba City after 30 years of the fire department with pagers and running away to things. And then all of a sudden I got this wild notion to decide to run for the council, and guess what? Phone calls at all times of the day and night, emails, meetings, etc. So she's been very patient, and I appreciate your support. Thanks. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the fellow council members, Councilwoman Espindola, Mayor Harris, Vice Mayor now, Shaw, and Manny, Manny Carlosa. Manny Carlosa and I spent many years at 2, 3, 4, dark 30 in the morning on city streets, taking care of city residents. He has truly been, as you've heard, one of the most dedicated ambassadors and shows great heart for the city of Yuba City, as do the others that I have met, and I'm sure newly elected council member Kirchner will do the same. But it's your work with council that gets things done. It's not the fact that it's any one person, and I think people realize once they get here that a person that's acting as one is not going to get anything done. And I look forward to the relationships that we have built and the new relationship with Wade. This council has been certainly a diverse group who respect each other's views and serve the citizens of Yuba City with total passion and energy. I don't know, at least in the 30 years I spent with the city and now 2 more years, I don't know that there's been any council that has probably felt or had to deal with some of the stuff that this council has. Admittedly, some of it might be a little self-inflicted, but most of it is something that's come at us that we just had to take it in, absorb it, and make the best decisions that we possibly could. I think that my working relationships with them are highly valued. I respect each and every one of you, and I look forward, again, as I said, to work with you in the future. I am kind of sad that Manny's leaving because with his departure, now I'm the oldest guy on the I want to also, as I mentioned earlier, special thanks to Mayor Harris for shouldering the load as our mayor for 2 years. I don't think people realize the mayor of Yuba City is a rotation deal and it's somewhat symbolic, but at the same time, it does come with some additional responsibilities. And when you decide to add to those additional responsibilities, responding to COVID-19 and having to do interviews on CNN or Fox News or what have you, and actually Sean did a pretty good job, I was amazed, but he did hoodwink me into getting into this gig, but other than that, he's done a great job. So, special thanks to you, Sean. I've appreciated your mentorship and your support, and I look forward to that as we move forward and picking your brain and helping me as this mayor thing gets going. In 1979, I started working for the city of Yuba City, and as I've mentioned before, I've never really wanted to leave the city. My mom was born and raised in Marysville. I've got people who were in the Honcut in the 1800s. I mean, this is what I call home. I did grow up in the Bay Area, but this is home to me. And I have a special place here that it's important to me to take care of this city. I've had the great fortune of working with great fellow city employees, and I worked for a superb city council during my fire service career, and really never thought I'd be back working for the city. You can actually see better without those things. I certainly never thought about being a member of the city council, let alone being the mayor. Fortunately, as I step into this position, I've had the opportunity of watching, working for, and learning from some great mayors of the past. Amongst these, and I'm not excluding anybody, but amongst these are former mayors like Bob Barkhouse, Karen Cardoselli, John Miller, Sandra Hilliard, Cash Gill, and one of my respected mentors, Rory Ramirez. They have displayed great leadership, and I will certainly strive to lead as well as they did over their years as a mayor. During this past year, our council has had the challenge of working through COVID-19 crisis as well as keeping the city running as normal as possible. Not an easy task. In previous presentations tonight, you have heard of some of the more significant achievements that have occurred in Yuba City, and I'm not going to go over those again. Though these absolutely could not have happened without the talented and devoted work of our city employees. I personally cannot be more proud of what they have been able to accomplish on behalf of the departments they work for and the citizens and the guests that they serve. They continue to come to work every day with the goal of providing the best service possible. I have been criticized publicly and privately for periodically calling out their good work. And trust me when I say that it doesn't bother me one little bit. These are the true champions of our community, as you've heard others say before. They're the ones that are getting the work done. There's where the rubber meets the road. They have my utmost respect. We don't do anything as a council except try to facilitate what they do. They absolutely deserve the praise and recognition. Vice Mayor Shaw had already asked you to rise and recognize them. I'm not going to do it again, but personally know that I thank all the city employees for what they do day to day, year to year, for what they serve. As we move into 2021, it certainly appears as if we will once again be challenged with COVID-19. And we will likely be expected to control things within our city that we as a council, unfortunately, have really no or very limited control over. It's a big challenge. People expect a lot from the city council that we simply cannot control. Things like schools, things like the hospitals, bars, restaurants that are regulated by the AOC, etc. A good friend and respected mentor of mine consistently reminds me that you can only control that which you can control. And that's what we can try to do as a council, and that's what we will try to do, I'm sure. Key items for the future include continuing to operate the city in a manner that provides the best services possible from each of our departments. We will be hiring a new city manager, and I'm pleased to say that that process is ongoing and we have some talented candidates. Completing the master tax sharing agreement with Sutter County, we're very close to the goal line here. If that happens, that can open up some housing and some commercial development in the southern portion of our city. Continuing to be cooperative and collaborative with our regional partners in local government. It's important for Yuba City to be a partner with the city of Marysville, Sutter County, Yuba County, etc. Sometimes we have lost that in the past. We need to emphasize business retention, expansion, and attraction where it's possible. It's very important for us to make sure that those businesses that currently exist can continue to exist. If we can grow them, that's awesome. If we can somehow attract business here in a challenging time where brick and mortar is not necessarily the preferred way of doing business, we will try to do that. Develop real and implementable strategies around encouraging the development of affordable housing. This is a huge issue for our area. We have got to be able to have young people, like my family, if they want to relocate here, be able to afford a house, and others. In closing, and I'm almost done. In closing, please know that I take my election as a member of the City Council very respectfully. I've often stated that I'm not a politician. I was elected to serve and represent the people. I'm thankful for the opportunity to serve the citizens of Yuba City. I consider it an honor. As your mayor, I'm inheriting a city that is running efficiently and providing good service to the citizens who live here and the guests who visit. I've always had a personal goal regarding my work efforts. The goal is to leave whatever I'm involved in better condition than when I began there. I was able to do that with the Yuba City Fire Department. I believe I've done that with my career at Valley Truck and Tractor, and it is certainly my intent to carry this goal forward as mayor and council member for the city of Yuba City. Appreciate you listening to my speech tonight, and again, truly honored to have the opportunity to serve as the mayor of Yuba City. It's something that I never could dream would happen. But thank you very much. And with that, I get to bang the gavel for adjournment. And I thank you all for being here tonight, especially under these circumstances. This meeting is now adjourned.